lights that are on our little light plot that I gave you guys to use. Your photo will be displayed on the projector. You must recreate it as if the audience was looking at the environment in real life. You can use any color or gobos that we own at SMC. Everyone in the group should help set up. So ideally, you guys, I'd like each project to take 5 to 10 minutes maximum. So you guys have your color. You have multiple people dropping it in to the class light, so it goes really fast to get the class color in. And then you go ahead and you set your levels real quick, and then you present. Okay? Everyone in the group should help set up. You can either use the costume figure or a member of your group to model the light. I would like you guys, so again it has questions, kind of the same thing we've been discussing with pictures. I want us to be able to discuss the light on your figure first, and then look at the picture and see which picture it was. So see if we can guess the time of day, see if we can guess the mood, maybe the environment, and see if we can kind of accurately guess what picture you guys are recreating from our discussion, okay? I would like you to turn in to me, if you guys could turn in a color key or a little plot on a separate piece of paper, because you guys might want to hang on to the ones I handed out to you. So just copy onto another piece of paper, like that little kind of color or the color key with the colors you chose and the lights you used. I just want to see that you guys went through that process and kind of figured out this is the direction of the light I'm using, this is the color I'm using, and turn that into me for at the end of your presentation. Okay? And what do that day. All right. Now, just to review, so that should be next week. Hopefully we can bust through that in one day with all the groups, if you guys move efficiently. Just to review, I talked to you guys a lot about the order of hanging the lights, and some of you were still kind of working on it. But I just want to make sure you guys know, because a lot of you were struggling. Again, what's this called that I'm taking off the pipe? What's this? Safety cable. So the idea, if you guys go to the main stage and you hang a light, is every light should have a safety cable on it. If it doesn't, we have extras in the shop to put on them. Okay. What is this part that goes onto the pipe? C-clamp. So one of the things I saw you guys struggling with is getting this onto the pipe to begin with. One of the things I talked about is put it on the pipe and finger tighten it first, and a lot of you guys weren't doing that. So finger tighten it until it gets close to the pipe. Now if we're doing something like yoking out, like normally when we're on the basic battens and electrics in the theater, you'll just be able to hang it straight down and it's not a big deal. Here in the class we do what we call yoke it out. Like one of you guys held it and then the other one tightened it. So ideally if you finger tighten it enough, it should just be a couple cranks on the wrench so that you're not doing as much work with the wrench. And it doesn't have to be super cranked down, it just has to be tight enough not to move on the pipe. Okay? And then again, what's the pan? The pan is going back, and the pan is the yoke. Again, this is the yoke. Remember? Turning on the C-clamp. So if the yoke is turning on the C-clamp, I am panning the unit. And there's two ways to adjust that. The pan screw and the C-clamp bolt. Both of those can make that loose. So ideally when you have it where you want it, you tighten it down. And again, this is the one that snaps easily. So again, hopefully you're just tightening it about a half a turn to a quarter of a turn to make it stop moving. Yeah?
I thought that the definition of pan was left or right, or clockwise, counterclockwise.
It depends on how you're thinking about the light focusing, but the idea is the tilt knob goes up and down.
Okay.
This is usually left and right if you're oriented correctly, but since we're yoked out, it's a little more of a rotation rather than left and right. If I was hanging straight down and pointed at the stage floor, that would be a left-right movement.
And how would you verbally refer to it if you wanted to have an assistant turn it, pan it the circular way, one direction or the other? How would I know what's the vocabulary?
I might say something like, if I'm focusing the light and they're up in the grid, I might just say, I need it to go stage right, I need it to go stage left, I need it to go down stage or up stage. And then they've got to figure out whether that needs to be a pan or tilt, because sometimes it's both. So as the electrician, you figure out what you have to move to make it go where the designer needs it to go. And again, tilt knob, right? Tilt handle. That allows you to do the up and down, and you lock it down to help it stop moving. Focus knob, we talked about a little, right? You guys dropped a gobo in, you ran the barrel. Again, the barrel is the part with all the lenses in it that were in our drawing. Running the barrel runs the focus so it's either sharp or soft. Okay? Then we played with this knob back here. That's the barrel rotation. So if you had a gobo in it, and you were projecting on the wall, and it was kind of off to one side, and you wanted it to be straight, you would do the barrel rotation knob, which would allow you to straighten it out. And what are these? Shutters. And we talked about the optics being upside down and
Yeah, I
backwards.
know what the shutters are.
Yeah, so upside down and backwards. So hopefully when you guys were playing with the lights, you figured out that if you push the top shutter in, the bottom cut moved in on the wall across from you. If you push the right shutter in, the left side moved in. And that's one of the things you guys should have been thinking about as you were playing with them as well. So I just wanted to make sure we went over that. Again, this is the safety cable. And Ian will show you, they've got a very particular way of putting them on the electrics here, so make sure you're doing it the right way for Ian and Doug. But the idea is that it should go through either part of the body or through the yoke and around the pipe that you're hanging on, just as an extra safety precaution. But that's the idea there. And then again, what are these plugs called? What type of plug is this? Stage pin.
Stage pin.
So everything we're using is stage pin. I had one group that had a twist lock connector, which I wasn't expecting on there for now. And that's a little bit different. And then the Edison is the household plug, right? That looks like everything you guys plug in normally. So stage pin is what we use here. All right, now where are my groups at? Do I have a group that still needs to do some work with the boom and the lights? There was one more group, right? Rose's group, what group number are you?
5.
5. So group 5, we'll have you play with the lights. I think we might have accidentally taken too much cable back last time. So you guys might need to go to the main stage, grab some cable to make this work for you guys today. So if you guys could do that. Then, do I have a group? I have a couple groups that have made their design decisions and are ready to pull color. Was that true? Did group 6? I thought you guys had decided. No? You guys had decided? You know what your color is and what you need to pull? What's that? Okay, so, but you need to go to my office and pull one and then maybe play with them a little bit. So what you'll need to do is kind of work and see when group 5 is ready to let you have some room on the boom, but pull your color first and then see if you can put it in the light and play with it, okay? Everybody else, you guys are done with the boom, but you're in your planning stages of the group project, is that correct? Okay, so let's break up into our groups, and then those of you who need to pull color, come see me real quick.